like a boss.
One of my loyal Patreon supporters asked me how to be irresistible to your man. This is something that a lot of ladies are forgetting because they tend to be in their head. So if you struggle with keeping the guy, if you struggle with keeping his interest, if you struggle to make him see you as more than just a sex object, this is the video for you. All right, so let's begin this. My name is Alex, and I am here to help you get the guy that you want by any means necessary. That's why, by any means necessary. And today, that is the topic, okay? So let's find out how to do it. This is not in order, by the way, okay? This is not in order. The first thing you want to do is learn how to validate a man's masculinity. You see, I'll be honest with you, there's no emotion as addictive outside of love than a man's masculinity being validated. It's an emotion that pretty much is at the core as to why guys are attracted to women. Like, it helps them stand out. It helps them feel superior to the people around them. Because at the end of the day, guys want to feel superior. And nothing's better than a guy walking with his girl, him being proud to hang out with you. That feeling of walking with you, of other guys noticing you, and him having you, is sometimes enough for wherein if you pull away, you'll have a hard time getting over you, right? So let's talk about some of the ways that you could do this, right? And like, mind you, man, some of these ways are a little funny sounding. They sound kind of funny, but there's a reason why I mention this, right? Well, the point of validating his masculinity is to lower his defenses. When a guy doesn't feel validated, when his masculinity doesn't feel validated, he'll grow naturally defensive. And what I mean naturally defensive, I mean that he is not susceptible to your influence. You can't influence him as much, right? Why? Because by you validating him, he grows dependent on you. He grows dependent on your validation. Just like you grow dependent on the guy's validation, which causes you to be more compliant to him, right? The first thing you want to do is validate people's intelligence. And so one of the ways that you could do that is faking little arguments in the beginning. Finding arguments that you could be wrong in. Like, for example, it's like you telling me that LeBron is better than Jordan, right? And you'll really argue with me. No, LeBron is better than Jordan, right? And then you'll act like I convinced you. You're like, you know what? You're right, Alexis. Jordan is better than LeBron, right? What that happens is that you're lowering my defenses. And so whenever there's an argument that you need to win, whenever there's a point that you need to prove, I'll be more open to be wrong simply because you allowed me to win. This is only for women who are in relationships, this one, right? If you're having sex with them, tell them how good his dick is. I mean, come on. I mean, there was a point where I thought I had the biggest dick on the planet, the way women were validating me, right? But what I'm saying, though, is that you make him feel like it's the shit. If he's not gay and hasn't been around a lot of dicks, he'll fucking believe you. Or at least he'll think that. He'll be like, man, I can't believe this girl really finds me so masculine, right? Other things that you could do is speaking good about him in front of his friends. Saying good things about him in front of other females. That kind of stuff makes a guy feel validated. He feels like you really like him. And mind you, there's nothing wrong with this, because as long as you do this and then you do the last thing that I'm gonna tell you, everything's gonna balance itself out. Actually, the next thing I'm gonna tell you is gonna balance everything that I'm saying, right? Other things that you could do is literally be with him and caress him and just in a way you want him to feel like you're completely into him. See what I'm saying? You want him to feel like you're really attracted to him, right? So the ways you could do this is go like that when he's on his phone, when he's watching TV, or when he's on his computer. You massage him, you know. Again, as long as you mix it with what I'm gonna say next, this does not hurt you, because what you're doing is you're giving him feminine warmth. What you're doing is that you're making him feel special. And so by doing that, when you do the next thing that I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna miss that feminine warmth. Feminine warmth, guys like that kind of stuff. Other ways that you could validate his masculinity is by making him feel the presence of other guys. Making him feel being around other guys, but you sticking with him, right? Like going into a place where there's other guys, but you sticking with them. Why? Because you feel the other guys looking at you. You feel the other guys are noticing you. By you simply being with him around other guys and you sticking next to him, right? Even going like that, even just like doing stuff like that, right? I am telling you, he's gonna feel like the shit. He's gonna be like, yeah, was your girl. Another thing that you could do is asking for advice, right? Asking for an advice. Getting advice from him, coming back and reporting to him how his advice helped, right? It's all about making him feel like you sort of have some admiration for him, right? Because what that does, it's an addicting feeling. It's an addicting feeling. Not a lot of people give us that kind of attention, that kind of admiration. And mind you, this is all strategic. This, you might feel like you're losing out. You might feel like you're validating him, and that's true. You are validating him, but you're sowing seeds for the future, because then you're gonna do this. So after you created a sense of stability, you make him feel like he has you. You want him to brag to his friend, like, yo, I got this girl in my bag. You know, I like this chick likes me back, man. Yo, she's texting me, man. Look at the way she treats me, man. I'm like her king. Then I want you to apply being unpredictable, because the unpredictability is what's gonna make you extra spicy. The unpredictability is what makes him be on his heels. The unpredictability is what makes him anticipate. Are you gonna be there or are you not? I'm not saying to play games. I mean that being unpredictable is a natural part of being a human, right? What you don't wanna do is be predictable, because as soon as people can predict you, as soon as a guy knows what you're gonna do next, he loses all respect for you. He loses all respect for you, right? So let me show you some of the ways to be unpredictable, right? It's a simple thing to blend your feminine qualities with your masculine quality. And you could do this as an exercise, right? Because naturally you have one way of acting. We want to mix up something different. So if you're naturally somebody who doesn't talk that much, talk a little bit more one day. If you're naturally somebody who gets defensive, usually get on the offensive. If you're naturally somebody who responds fast over text, respond a little slower. If you're naturally somebody who's argumentative, be a little bit more quiet. And just go the opposite direction of your nature. Other things that you could do is stop doing the things that I told you to do. Not completely cold, but you just tone it down a bit, right? You tone it down a bit. You become a little harder to reach, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better.
And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.